everyone, this is Tatiana from Journal Time with T. Today I wanted to get on and show you an updated 2022 planning and journaling system since it is just over halfway through the year now, and my system has changed quite a lot since the beginning of the year. So I just wanted to get on and give you all an update on what I've been using and what I'm currently loving and all of that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. So we'll actually start here with the first thing, which isn't a planner or journal, but I use it every day, is my Gallon Leather undyed, I think it's called like the 4-slot pen case. I'm not sure exactly what they call it on their website, but I will definitely link it in the description for you. It has patinaed beautifully since I started using it. My dog just stuck his nose on it earlier, so that's why it's wet. But clearly I don't baby this at all. I love watching the patina. I love seeing all the marks and everything it gets. You probably can't even see it on camera at all, but there's actually a little mark here where my dog had put his little nose on it, and it like captured the little nose mark perfectly. And so I thought that was super cute because that was on complete accident that he did that. But so I currently have in here all the fountain pens that I have currently inked, and a bunch of like washi samples and some pet tape and everything, some mini scissors, my Tombow Fudonoseke, that one pen I can never pronounce, and I will tell you that in every video. So these are the pens that I currently have inked. I love that you can put them in their slots and it has this removable thing, so they're not touching and they're not rubbing together and, you know, potentially scratching each other, but you can still take it in and out of the little pouch with ease. And I currently have inked this TWSBI Mini, my Smoke Rose Gold TWSBI, my blue TWSBI, and my clear TWSBI. If you couldn't tell, I'm kind of a little obsessed with TWSBIs at the moment. These 3 TWSBIs, the clear, the blue, and the mini, were actually gifted to me by my friend Sonia, which was very, very sweet of her. And she also gifted me a couple ink bottles too, which I love. So I've been using these quite often. So that's for my pen case and stuff, all the pens that I pretty much use on a current basis. Oh, and I just want to apologize if you can kind of hear like my dog in the background. He's gnawing on his bone right now. It's keeping him busy. Okay, so this next one is my A6. This is in the golden brown Chic Sparrow from the Scout collection, I believe, the golden brown Scout. And I still love how much character this has. Like they could not have picked a better cover. Like, look at that. And it's starting to soften up a little bit too and mold around my notebooks a little bit better because I've been using it for so long now. And the smell, oh, it still smells heavenly. But this is my journal system right now. I honestly have this .38 Pilot G2 pen chilling out here, but I don't really use it to journal with, honestly. I use all my fountain pens to journal. I mainly use it to fill out this notebook here. So in the pockets, I just keep some sticky notes, a random business card, and some extra little stickers and stuff that I use in my journaling, because sometimes I do decorate the pages and sometimes I just write. I just do whatever feels good for the day. And then in the back, I also have some more stickers and stuff. Jinx, you don't need to come up here. No. This first little notebook I got from the Dollar Tree like forever ago. It is literally the perfect A6 size. It came in a package with literally an A5 size. So I picked up a couple because, hello, they were $1 each and I used both sizes. But in here I have literally just kind of, I guess, collections. I have a wish list for bottles of ink that I want. I had a packing list for when I had to go on my work conference in Florida. Different things that I keep track of. It's not filled out a lot yet, but I do reference it frequently. And then this yellow A6 here is my actual journal. I won't show you what's inside just because it is my private thoughts, it is my private journal, but I can tell you I have been in it since April 10th of this year, and I've already filled out this much. So I'm almost halfway done with this journal, and I'm actually really proud of myself that I've stuck with this size for so long. But when I start journals, I don't like switching sizes when I've started a journal. If I started a journal, that's the journal I'm going to use until it's completed, just because I don't want all my journal entries in like random notebooks. Planners, that's fine, but journals, not so much for me. And I will probably end up switching to a different size to journal in once this A6 is complete, but I'm still thinking about it, and I've still, you know, got some time here to figure out what I want to do next. But for the moment, I'm really loving journaling in the A6 size. It's the perfect size to carry around, and the pages aren't so big, so I can fill out quite a few pages when I write. I do try and journal every day. It doesn't always happen. Some weeks are better than others, but I enjoy it either way. So that is my journaling system. I can't even remember if I was journaling, honestly, in the beginning of the year. I might have been, but I think it was I was journaling like with my planner. So the next one here that we will go over is, and again, my dog got onto it with his nose. So the next one I will go over here, this is the standard Traveler's Notebook from the Traveler's Company in Camel. I loved this cover too much to not do anything with it, because at the time when I set this up, I really wasn't in a standard every day. Sorry, trying to see what my dog's getting into. I really wasn't in a standard every day when I set this up. But I thought it was way too pretty to just sit there. I really loved the simplicity of it, how smooth the leather was. So I set this up as my currently inked and my ink swatch journal. So I have everything on hand, and I can kind of just track it all, and I really love it so far. So the first notebook in here is my currently inked, and you know, so you can see it's not too filled out just yet, but I usually fill it out with, so what the pen is that I'm using, the date that I started, and the date that I had to, like, that I finished it, that it emptied, and then whatever ink I had inked it up with. And I really like that I can see, you know, how long that it lasted me. I mean, these TWSBIs, they last forever, and especially since, you know, you just saw that I have 4 of them inked up. They last so long because I switch back and forth between all of them all the time. So like when I had my TWSBI Clear inked up, I used it from February 13th until April 30th, just because I had so many other TWSBIs inked up that it took so long for the ink to run dry, which is great. But yeah, so that's my currently inked. I do just have this Superior Labor insert in here that I got secondhand off of Instagram. I've always wanted one of these, and the lady was selling it for super cheap. I think I got it for like 20 bucks. Still cannot believe that I found that. There's nothing wrong with it. There was a few stains that I got out, and then I just kind of softened the leather up a bit, which of course added a little bit of to the patina, but I love it. I love that it patinaed like that, and the leather is very soft. I don't have anything currently in it. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for it just yet, but I just love it. I think it fits really well with the Traveler's Company notebook. So, but here's my ink swatches, and I literally just like swatch the ink and then put the ink name and the brand on there, and that's about it. I don't get too awful fancy with it, but I do like seeing, you know, the ink before I go to ink up. So I kind of have an idea of what it's going to be like before I put it in the pen. So I use this quite often when I'm inking up my pens, and I'm really happy with it because I love this. I love this one. All right, and my next one, which is currently my planner. This looks different from the beginning of the year. I think the beginning of the year, I want to say I was in an A5, if I remember correctly. I'll have to go back and look through my videos. But pretty sure I was in an A5 at the beginning of the year. And now I have moved back into a standard size. And in a new cover as well. Oh my god, I am so happy with this cover. So, I just got this past week. I haven't had it for very long. I got it because I got a really good raise at work, and I decided to treat myself a little bit. I got a new cover, and I got some washi tapes and stuff, and there's still some more stuff I'm waiting for to come in, but since I got the raise that I wanted at work, I treated myself a little bit. I was really happy about that. And I looked at this cover and I was eyeing it for so long. This is called the Teal Shimmer color. And it is from Jenica's Journals. She's on Etsy, and she also is on Instagram as well. And I can link both of those pages below. She had a size, this is a standard folio. And she had a listing for the standard folio, and I had asked her if it could fit with a clear cover, because I love having clear covers on all my notebooks, and she said it didn't, but that she could custom make one for me. And I asked her if she could add a pen loop as well, and she said she could. She custom made this thing for me, so it fit with the clear cover on, and it had a pen loop, which is removable, by the way, a removable pen loop. And I had it in less than a week. Like, she made it, shipped it, and I got it on my doorstep in less than a week. Her customer service was phenomenal. She was a joy to work with. I will definitely be asking for another notebook again when I decide to get another notebook, because that's how much I enjoyed this notebook and her customer service. But this is the Teal Shimmer, and I love, just look at that. It has so much character to it. I love blues and greens are my favorite color. So when I saw this one on her page, I was like, I have to have it. So all that this is literally just a folio. So I currently am in my half-year standard stalogy, and that's just because I had started it. Actually, no, I think I was in a standard, I think, at the beginning of the year, and then I switched to an A5 because I started this at the beginning of the year, or back in December 3rd. So yeah, I started this back in December 3rd, and since I figured I was going back into a standard again, I would just start this back up. So the cover is a little loose on it, just because this is meant for, the 365 stalogy instead of the half year, but honestly it's not too big of a deal. It doesn't bother me too much. It's really not enough of a hassle to kind of even realize that there's a little bit extra on there. I have this housed in a Lauren Phelps design clear cover, that I put pictures in and everything, pictures of all my kitties, pictures of our pupper, a wedding picture for my husband and I have some pictures in the back as well, but you can't see them clearly. And this is pretty much, I've gone back to bullet journaling in this, and with this I've also been using a little passport monthly to keep track of appointments and everything, and just because the size is so small, and I was actually in a passport very briefly this year for only a couple weeks. I was in it, and I loved this monthly size so much. I just decided to keep in it because I switched my planner sizes so much. I didn't want to have to keep redoing all of my monthlies. Sorry, my dog's playing with his bone. He gets into it. I didn't have to keep redoing all my monthlies, so I just decided to just move this with whatever planner I was using, and it seems to work great. So at the beginning of the year, I was kind of doing my planning and my journaling all in one, and I decided that I didn't really care for that anymore because I didn't want to have people seeing it when I was videotaping or I was out and about or whatever. So I decided to stop doing that, and I ended up eventually going and splitting the pages in half and just doing like kind of little recaps of the day instead of full-on journaling, and it works much better. So when I came back and I set it up again for this week, and I used it this week and last week, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I just set it up exactly like that because I really enjoyed it last time, so I figured it would work really well for this time. And I am so happy that I've moved back into the standard. I really thought that I was an A5 girl, and I think I will probably always try and go back to an A5 because I do really enjoy that size. But with the standard size, I get the benefit of like how big the A5 is, like height-wise, and it's just a little smaller. So I still get, it still kind of feels like I'm using a big notebook, but it's so much easier to carry around, and I love that. Oh, and if you guys watched my last video, my what's in my bag video, and I said I wasn't sure if this standard would fit in my purse that I have with the folio on it, let me tell you it does, and I love it, and I'm so happy with it. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been dividing the pages up in two, so I only use a couple pages. And the odd, you know, square out that I have, I've literally just been doing like my to-dos that are for the week. So like vacuuming, filming this YouTube video, cleaning my makeup brushes, like stuff that I need to get done, but I don't necessarily have to do it on any particular day. It's just I can pick the day to do it on. Sorry about that. So I can just pick the day to do it on, look at my to-dos and say, oh, I have these to do, so today I'm gonna do vacuuming. No. And then I have started like a little kind of habit tracker here on how often I journal, how often I read, because I am trying to get back into reading. Doing my stretches for my shoulder, because I'm still having those shoulder issues, and how often we actually take Loki on a walk, because we do take him to the dog park a lot too, but since we are still trying to train him on the leash, we want to make sure that we're taking him often on an actual walk as well. And then I also started this week like just like dinner ideas for the week, so we can kind of have an idea of what we want, and I can know I have the ingredients available, and then I can just pick whatever day. Kind of like with my to-dos up here, I can just pick whatever day I want to eat these on and then just make them. But I'm not trying to think of every day like, oh, what are we going to eat today? I can just pick from a predetermined list and figure it out. And then for my days, for the rest of my days, I do my to-dos as usual up here. And then I kind of just do, again, little recaps of the day. I'm not using the stickers anymore like I was. I just kind of gotten out of that at the moment. So I just write little recaps of the day. And I've been writing them with my new, so I've got this Sarasa clip in the black that I use for everything else in here. And then this was one of my gifts to myself for my raise, the Sarasa Sarasa Grand. However you pronounce that one too. I want to say it's the Sarasa Grand. And I got it in the green because I loved the green and gold combo. Green's my favorite color. I love the ink color on it because I don't know how well you can tell, but it's almost like a teal. It matches really well with my notebook, and I'm really excited about that. Really, really happy. So yeah, I've just been doing that, and I keep them clipped, both of them clipped here, because she made this pen loop so big that you can actually fit a fountain pen in it. She sent me a picture of it when she completed it with a fountain pen in it. So that makes me happy too, that if I ever decide to go to a fountain pen to use for my planner, that I can actually fit it in there. No issues. Once again, cannot rave about how awesome this turned out. And this is literally all I'm doing for planning right now, is just to-dos and little recaps, and then I have my little passport monthly. And this system has been working really, really, really well for me. I'm really excited that I've switched back to my standard. I was missing it for a while, and I just decided, why not? Why not? If a big if, I do stay in this long enough to finish it, and I decide to do a standard again for planning, I'll probably get the 365 version of it, just so it fits in the cover a little bit better, because you can see here too, like even the Lauren Phelps design, the clear cover, this was also kind of meant more for a 365, so there's a lot of overhang, which again, that doesn't bother me, so I'm not too worried about it. But I might switch to the 365 once this is complete, and I might actually journal in it instead of planning in it, but we'll see. We'll see. Not quite there yet for anything. I really hope to finish at least this notebook. I finished my other standard journal earlier this year. If you guys were watching my videos earlier this year, I said I really wanted to finish a notebook, and I finished that journal. So I really want to try and finish this one too. And just because too, this is so easy to carry in my purse. I love it. But yeah, so that is my kind of updated planner and journaling system for 2022. I'm really happy with it, and I feel kind of not like planner peace per se, but I feel content right now with it. So I'm hoping that I can keep that going for a while. But if you guys have any questions on where I got anything, or anything like any of the supplies at all that you saw in the video, please let me know in the comments below. I will try and have as much of this stuff linked for you guys in the description box as I can. And if you have any questions on like my system or anything too, let me know as well. I love hearing from you guys, and I do try and answer all the comments as well. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I know it is a holiday weekend for the people in the US. That's 4th of July weekend, so I hope you guys have a safe and happy holiday weekend. And it was great talking to you all. So thanks for stopping by. Bye everyone.